eXp Mentor Program Explained. Whether you're brand new to the real estate industry today or at a point where you're still getting the wheels turning in your business, it's important to know that eXp has a mentorship program in place to help agents exactly where you're at in the business today starting out. And in this video, I'm gonna break down what the eXp mentorship program is, how it works, what to expect. That way you have everything you need to figure out whether eXp is the place you wanna be, or if not, at least you'll know the information in terms of how you could get help with mentorship. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Tyler Roicki. I help people build income and wealth in real estate, and I run an international real estate team at eXp Realty. If you get any value whatsoever out of the video, all I'd ask is that you like, comment, and hit that subscribe button so that I can continue to share more tips and resources with you in the time ahead. And if there's anything I can do to help you now or in the future, go ahead and send me an email. You'll find that along with some other helpful resources for you in the description below. And with that in mind, let's dive into the video. So to break it down, first I'm going to share what the mentorship program looks like for mentees, and then also what it looks like for mentors, and then we'll close it out with some frequently asked questions to help you understand how the program works and how to best navigate it from this point on, especially if you decide to get started with eXp and ultimately enroll in the mentor program. So first off, what it means for mentees. For those who are newly licensed in the business or haven't yet gotten to the point where they've closed their first 3 transactions working with buyers or sellers, the company has the mentorship program in place to help you get the help you need navigating those first few clients and transactions. And so that's who it's designed for. It's for those who haven't yet closed their first deal or let alone their first 3. And so the way it works is that once you are fully onboarded to eXp Realty, the company is going to pair you with a certified mentor in your local market area. So they're going to be a member of the same MLS that you'll be a member of. There's someone who will have a track record of closing deals at eXp Realty, and someone who has raised their hand and said, hey, I want to mentor newly licensed agents who are joining this company. And so they're going to pair you up. The company will do that, and that's going to come through via email to you within the first week or 2 of onboarding with the company. It's important that when you get that email, that you go ahead and reach out to the mentor. Best thing you can do is call or text them. Usually you'll get a slower response if you email them. So call or text them and get connected with them right away. That way, when it comes to a point where you need help with the client, you're already connected with them and know exactly how they work and how you can get the help you need in a timely fashion. And that's what their primary role is. As your mentor, their primary role is to make sure that you get the answers to the questions you have as you're navigating those next steps, helping your first few clients. So that's anything from, hey, I found a buyer, seller, what do I do next? How do I prepare for the appointment? What paperwork do I need? How do I fill this out? Also, offering process, same thing there, making sure you've got a second set of eyes on things, that you can go with confidence into the situation, knowing it was all done correctly before your client goes under contract. And then also that you have the help and support in navigating the whole process, helping them get to the finish line and closing table with that transaction. Because you're going to have a lot of questions. Most of the questions you'll have, you won't even know to ask at this point because you haven't yet been through the process. But your mentor is the person you're going to be able to lean on and go to for those answers. And they're going to be invested in you and helping you get through the process. Because part of how the mentorship program is structured and sustained is the company's going to take out a 20% mentorship fee, and that's going to come out of your first 3 closings. So the great news is you don't have to pay for this up front, but you will pay for it on the back end because it's going to come out of those first 3 closed transactions. And that mentor fee is divvied up between the mentor program itself, which has some costs to run it that the company has to take care of, but also getting the mentor compensated for their time, effort, and energy in helping you get through the process on those first 3 deals. So that's what to know and expect with the first 3 deals. And then the icing on the cake and cherry on top is you get a whole curriculum based around the mentor program. It's called the Go curriculum. but it is incredibly comprehensive. It's the most comprehensive curriculum I've ever seen for newly licensed real estate agents getting started in the industry. So even though eXp doesn't lead with saying we have the best training in the industry like some others do, I will tell you that this blows out of the water anything else I've ever seen in the industry as far as how comprehensive it is, because it just helps you know how to navigate the key things you're going to need to know getting in the business. Like, you don't learn any of this stuff in your real estate licensing school. You learn how to stay out of real estate jail, but you don't learn, practically speaking, what you need to do on a daily basis to help clients to build your business. And the Go curriculum is going to cover all that. It's got different learning modules built into it, different trainings, and you're going to be have a different level of familiarity on how to navigate your day-to-day as a realtor once you go through that curriculum. And so that's something that you also get as part of what you're paying in for the program as well. So tons of value there. It's really going to help you jumpstart your business and hit the ground running with it. And then you pair that with the fact you've got that local mentor to go to for all your questions. You can go forward at that point with confidence, knowing you're going to have the help you need when you need it to take those next steps forward and help the clients out. And really bring a world-class service and the best possible result to the table, because now you've got someone in your corner who has that experience and knows exactly how to navigate it at the highest level. Now, as far as the mentors go, what does it mean in the way of opportunity for them? Well, quite simply put, mentors have the ability to give back in terms of really being able to share their knowledge and expertise with others who are newer to the game, getting started in the industry. And mentors can take on multiple mentees at the same time. And it can also, as a byproduct, be an additional stream of revenue coming into them in their business. Now, to put in perspective, I mean, mentors are typically highly productive people. They're not really riding on this income stream, and it's not really a maker or breaker for them, but it is something that can be a piece of what they do, and significant enough that they will take the time, energy, and effort out of their day to help out their mentees when they're bringing something to the table that they really need their help with, especially when it comes to taking care of those first few clients. And so just a cool thing for mentors, though, is to really consider, like, hey, this is an additional revenue stream that can help you perhaps offset your costs to operate your real estate business, where you have some more money coming in from this part of it. And so it can be beneficial in mentors for that way. Also, it helps some mentors achieve their award, which is called the Icon Agent Award. But one of the ways that icons can get points is by enrolling in the mentor program as a certified mentor and taking on mentees. And so what's really neat about that is, as a result, we have a lot of really high producing agents that are enrolled in the mentor program taking on mentees. So you're not just getting paired with someone who is a productive agent who has a track record of closing deals with the company, but a lot of times you're getting paired with a really highly productive agent and someone who is just crushing it selling real estate. Not every time, but a lot of times you have an opportunity to get paired up with somebody exactly like that as a result of how the incentive structure works with it. And now that brings me to the FAQs, frequently asked questions. So I'll knock a few of these out based on my experience, because I've helped close to 100 people launch their real estate careers at eXp Realty. In every single one of those situations, somebody's assigned with a mentor. So I'm very familiar with navigating this process. I'm actually a certified mentor myself with eXp, so I know how both sides of it work very well. And so I'll share the most frequently asked questions I see, and it's likely that you'll find the answer you need within this, depending on where you're at in the journey with it. So first question is, can you request a specific mentor? The answer is yes, and you can actually do that on your join application. There will be a question on there for you if you have a specific mentor that you would like to request and name. And to be clear, you absolutely don't need to do that. It's perfectly fine if you leave that blank and don't request somebody, and if you do that, the company will automatically pair you with the mentor that they select. Which leads us to the next question: can you change mentors? And the answer there is yes. It actually is very simple to make a change of mentors if for whatever reason you're not getting the help, support you need in a timely fashion with your existing mentor. What you'll want to do is reach out to the mentor program coordinator, and they will get you taken care of there. Next question, it's one that a lot of people don't think to ask, but it does come up from time to time, is are personal sales counted towards the mentor program? Meaning if you're buying your own house representing yourself in the sale, or perhaps selling your own house and trying to minimize the commissions on it, whatever the case is, those actually do not qualify for the mentor program. So it has to be a client transaction. So you can't effectively have a deal close where you're not getting a commission, counting as one of the three because it's your own property. That's not a thing. If you're doing a personal deal, that will not count and qualify towards the mentor program. You can do the personal deal, but you'll still have to go through and get your 3 deals completed through the mentor program, helping a client buy or sell, the usual fee structure coming out of those 3 deals. Next question is, can you opt out of the mentor program? This is rare, and it's going to be handled on a person-to-person basis, and it's going to come down to the decision of the managing broker team with the state. So whatever state you're in, it's going to have to be a decision the managing broker makes. And more likely than not, if you don't have the experience and you haven't yet closed your first 3 deals, there's probably going to be a need for you to have this mentor in place, unless you can think of a really good reason why you wouldn't get the value out of it, or why you have the experience and don't need that additional help. But again, that's something that you would have to speak with your state's broker team on once you're fully onboarded, and they will look at that on a case-by-case basis to make that decision. Now, going into it, there is one big exception, and it's for those who join a traditional local team. And so for a team leader that has a standard team within eXp, or a mega team, or just has a formal team structure in place within the company, if you're joining their team, they may have the ability to waive the mentor program for you, but that's based around the idea that the team leader will effectively help on the mentorship side of things, and that they're taking a team split in order to provide the additional help, support, and resources for you. So the reason it's getting waived is you're essentially paying to be a part of the team at that point. And it's kind of looked at like, okay, they have the support and structure in place to help you with the mentorship. And so it's possible that, it wouldn't really be needed within that particular structure, since you'd have that additional help and support in place already. And so that is an exception if you are joining a traditional local team going into things. But aside from that, it's going to be handled on a case-by-case basis with the state broker team. And what I would say is that if you haven't yet been through the process closing your first 3 deals, you're probably going to gain a lot more than not being enrolled in the mentor program, and just being able to move forward with confidence in helping those first 3 clients, instead of perhaps avoiding taking on clients or avoiding situations because you're afraid you don't know enough. Move forward anyway, and know that you've got an expert in your back pocket who is there to help you on the mentorship side. It's going to help you move forward sooner rather than not, and get that experience under your belt. That way you can keep building and growing upon it, and knowing that your clients are going to get taken care of if they're working with you, since you are connected to that mentor and have them helping you, and as another set of eyes on everything you're doing, document wise and all that good stuff. And so what are the requirements to graduate the mentor program? Well, there's 5 requirements to graduate the program. For one, you will need to have closed all 3 of the required transactions with the support and guidance from your mentor, and the payments will need to have been received on each of those 3, which it's not up to you to write a check or anything like that. That's going to come out of the proceeds at closing, but they will need to have been received in order for the company to effectively graduate you from the mentor program. The second requirement to graduate is you will need to have completed the Go Mentee curriculum, and you're going to be able to do this online self-paced, so you can plug away with it on the timeline you want. It's an 8-week course, but you can do that on your own time on the timeline you want, just to get through everything. But you will need to complete all of that modules online in order to graduate the program. And between that and actually getting your first 3 deals closed, you're going to learn a whole lot in the process. So it's going to be a really beneficial thing. The third requirement is an easy one, which is you've got to attend at least 50% of your state's weekly broker meetings, which those run about an hour typically. Usually same time and place each week. You can tune in live from your PJs if you want, since this is in eXp world, so super easy to knock that out. And you're probably going to learn a ton in the process attending those as well. Fourth requirement is just as easy, to attend the weekly eXp leadership meeting, which those happen at the end of the week. also runs about an hour, and you'll hear from the top leadership in the company. You'll learn a lot in the process there as well from a higher level point of view across the entire company. And last but not least, the fifth requirement is to meet with your mentor consistently throughout the duration of the program. And so that's just to assure that you and the mentor are on the same page, that you're in communication with them, getting the help you need when you need it, and that there is some level of accountability in the process. But to be clear, it's really on you to keep yourself accountable and to put it on your mentor's radar when you need something. Because if you don't do that, you can't expect that the mentor is gonna hold your hand and drag you through the finish line. Like, it's really gotta come from your end of things, as far as you putting the time, energy, and effort into this business, so that you can have opportunities hitting your radar that a mentor could potentially help you with. And all that pretty well sums up the mentorship program at eXp Realty. So at this point, here's what I'd tell you. If you're exploring eXp Realty and trying to figure out whether this is the right fit for you or not, I'd be happy to help and be a resource from you from the inside. So I've been operating my real estate business at eXp Realty for the past 6+ years now, and I've helped close to 100 people launch their careers in real estate with this company all across the map. And so go ahead and lean on me as a resource. If there's anything I can bring to the table for you as far as insights, information, if you have any unanswered questions about the mentorship program or anything else that eXp could potentially bring to the table for you, go ahead and reach out and connect with me. You'll find my email along with some other helpful resources for you in the description below. So shoot me an email, reach out, let me know what's on your mind, what questions you have about eXp, and I'll get back with you with the help you need and insight that you need to really figure out if this is the right fit for you or not, as you're looking to take these next steps forward on your real estate journey. And with that being said, last thing I'd tell you is that if you got any value whatsoever out of this video, all I'd ask is that you like, comment, and hit that subscribe button so that I can continue to share more tips and information with you on the journey ahead to help you build your income and life in real estate. Also, I wanted to say thank you so much for watching the video, and until next time, I'll look forward to seeing you on the next video.